You have an AI policy. Congratulations. It's not working. Right now, a third of your employees who use AI at work are actively hiding it from you. Not because they're malicious, but because they'd rather dodge the conversation with their manager than ask permission. That's not a rumour. That's a 2026 PagerDuty Shadow AI Survey conducted by Wakefield Research across 1,250 office professionals, including Australia. Your policy didn't stop the behaviour. It just pushed it underground. Now, here's what underground looks like. 2 out of 3 employees are logging into AI tools on their corporate laptops using personal, non-corporate accounts your IT team has zero visibility into. Now, that's from Verizon's 2026 Data Breach Investigations Report, which analysed real breach and real data loss prevention events, not opinion surveys. And when they looked at what's being pasted into these tools, source code first, then images, then structured company data. Here's how it happens in practice. Someone's under deadline pressure, they copy a chunk of proprietary code or a financial forecast or a customer record into a free consumer AI tool because it's faster than doing it the approved way, if an approved way even exists. They're not thinking about where the data goes. It goes to an external server. In some cases, it becomes part of that model's training data. And AI models memorize what they're trained on, which means information from your business can resurface later in someone else's prompt, a company you've never heard of. And here's a number that should worry a leadership team more. Netric's 2026 Data and Identity Security Report found only 20% of organisations fully monitor Shadow AI, not have a policy fully monitor. The other 80% aren't blind to a small problem, they're blind full stop. So let's be precise about what's actually broken here. This isn't a technology failure. The tools work fine, and it isn't really an employee failure either. In the same PagerDuty research, 30% of people hiding their AI use say it's because company policy is too restrictive. And another 29% genuinely don't know if what they're doing is even against the rules. This is a governance gap, an operating model failure. You wrote a policy and assumed writing it was the job. The job was never the document. It was building the operating model that makes the right behaviour the easy behaviour. So what are the organisations getting it right doing differently? Well, there's 6 things. None of them are technology purchase. All of them are operating model decisions. All right, number 1, named accountability. Right now, 55% of enterprises running AI in production have no designated leadership owner. None. The organisations ahead of that curve put one executive, usually the COO or the CIO, in the chair of an AI governance council with security, legal, risk, and the business sitting at the table. And the McKinsey 2026 AI Trust research backs this up. Organisations with clearly assigned governance ownership scored 2.6 out of 4 on maturity. Without it, 1.8. Ownership beats budget every time. 2, tiered risk, not blanket rules. A marketing draft and a credit decision are not the same risk category. So stop governing them like they are. Leading organisations run a 4-tier model. Low risk moves fast with managers sign-off. High risk gets executive review. And this is the counterintuitive part. Grant Thornton's 2026 AI Impact Survey found the organisations that invested in governance aren't moving slower. They're moving faster because they've got the confidence to scale without flinching at every new use case. 3, governed pathways, not prohibition. This is the one that matters most. Verizon's 2026 Data Breach Investigations report found 60% of malicious insider breaches came down to convenience. The same pattern as someone emailing files to a personal account to keep working from home. Banning the tool doesn't remove the behaviour. It just removes your visibility of it. The fix is giving people a sanction tool that's good enough to want to use, rooted through infrastructure that logs what goes where. 4, governance built into infrastructure, not PDFs. A one-page acceptable use policy that nobody's opened since induction day is not a control. Real governance sits at the access layer, monitoring what data moves into which tools in real time, whether IT approved that tool or not. Most mid-market businesses skip this layer entirely because it sounds like an IT problem. It isn't. It's a leadership problem wearing an IT disguise. 5, a maturity baseline before you scale anything. Know what AI is actually in use across your business. Classify the risk, benchmark the gap before you write another policy. Skip this step and you end up in the 95% of AI initiatives that MIT's 2025 State of AI in Business report found to deliver measurable ROI. Not because governance blocked the value, because ungoverned deployment quietly racks up technical debt until the business case disappears under it. And number 6, train judgment, not tool mechanics. The strongest training programs don't teach people how to prompt. They teach people what never to paste into a prompt and when to push back on what the AI hands them. Because the thing AI can't replace, the thing that actually protects your business, is judgment. That's not a tool problem. That's a capability problem. Every one of those 6 things is an operating model question, not a technology question.